Hey!
Woohoo!
How's it going again? We meet again for the second time.
Two.
Because I can count.
Yes, he
To
can.
Yep, I probably won't be able to count past this video. I'm not good at math.
So anyway, this beautiful gentleman to my left, to your right, is Mr. JP.
And this other gentleman is Michael. And together we are...
JP and Michael!
Yep, most creative title ever.
Yep.
Alright, so you may be wondering why the screen is gray and other shades of gray to black and conversely to white along that spectrum. The reason that we're doing that is because we're playing with my webcam different effects. So you'll notice that there was a really weird, maybe video resolution. That was an effect. It wasn't a regular video. Deal with it.
And I think JP is actually being a little modest because the real reason our screen is gray right now is because it ties so perfectly into the topic that we're going to discuss with you today.
It really does. Would you like to tell them what that topic is, Michael?
You know what? I really would, JP. And the topic that we're discussing today is one that's near and dear to my heart. It's words.
We all use them.
We're using them. Look at words.
Whoa.
Words.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot. It's a lot to fathom in a YouTube video. So we're going to talk about it.
We're going to break it down for you.
Yeah.
Real quick. Starting with JP going now.
Yeah, so words, why do we really need to use them? We could communicate with gestures. Hey, dolphins, they can communicate with just beeps and screeches.
Like that. That was an
Yeah.
example of a dolphin communication, but we don't you've noticed that humans don't do that. We use words.
Which are a lot more complicated.
They are a lot more complicated. And one of the things about words, there's not like one word to say what you mean. There are like synonyms and then like synonyms to the synonyms.
Yeah.
So there's got to be like 30 ways to say like a given.
Like short. There's lots.
Like the anti-tall would be one way to say that. Like
that would be a synonym.
You
for
probably
short.
wouldn't say that, but that
No,
you could say that.
You could. It would make
that would
sense.
be acceptable.
People would understand what you mean. And really, that's all you need for it to be a word. If they understand what you mean, it works. Like funner, you know that I mean more fun.
Is it a word? Wait, I've heard grumblings that it might be a word, but then I've also heard it's not.
As long as you understand what the person is trying to project to you, then it should constitute vocabulary.
Vocabulary, it's interesting you brought that up, because vocabulary, diction is another way to express, like a word is a piece, like a little piecelet of diction.
A combination of letters.
A phrase is made up of words, which are made up of letters. And letters are made up of, like, pen strokes. Because I'm assuming that you're writing this, not
maybe
like,
a brush or a feather.
It could be a brush, maybe.
Yeah. So, where we're going with this is that we really don't need all these synonyms and crap. All they really are for to make some people look smart and some people look dumb. Antonym. Less smart. Synonym of dumb.
For example, I've read some of JP's essays. We get like a 500-word essay. Literally 300 of his words are synonyms for the word the. I didn't know such thing. I mean, he's not saying anything, but it sounds good.
Thesaurus.com.
Thesaurus.com. Thesaurus is probably not a tool that should be necessary in the human condition.
Yeah. As long as you know how to say something, you shouldn't be able to judge someone based on the words that they use.
Yeah, you should judge them based on the way they look, right? The way they look, not the words they use. Or their actions.
Get with it, people. Stop judging people.
Outside.
Like we are right now.
Yep.
So, another thing that we wanted to talk about was, if you wanted to make a word, how could you?
You know, it's actually kind of funny that JP's brought that up, because he was the one who told me his brilliant plan. So if you haven't really been paying attention till now, that's fine. We haven't really been paying attention either. But now JP is going to lay out to you in excruciating detail how one goes about making a word if one has kind of a concept for a word they'd like to start.
Yes, it's a complicated process, so bear with me. The first thing you need is a word that's fun to say, or that, makes sense to say.
Like for example, the word, you could, falafel.
Sounds like a food. Kind of like falafel.
It sounds like falafel, but it's
Rhymes.
falafel. And it's synonymous with...
Baconator.
Yep. It is synonymous with Baconator. So why would you say Baconator? Such a bland, boring name.
That's actually one of the most fun words to say, Michael. Baconator! It's great. I could say it for days. In fact, I might do our next video only saying that.
Schlapple. Goodbye,
Baconator.
everyone.
No.